Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Celeste, Silver Cord here. Just bringing in some daily messages, some cards and coffee. Um, as always, like, share, subscribe, readings, all that stuff. Jazz. Put them in the links, guys. Put them in the links. If you can't afford a reading, I have been offering, if you're willing to share your question and your messages with everybody else in my subscriber list, we can you can send a donation to the Coven, the Silver Cord, and I will do your reading on here, and you can share your messages with everybody. It might be able to help somebody else. You never know. Excuse me. So I titled this "Know Yourself" because I think it's funny. I have been just super buzzing with energy lately, and I just checked this morning. I was like, I already know. You guys know. I'm an Aries Sun, Leo rising, Sagittarius moon. And I'm like, oh man, why am I so pumped up? I'm like, let me just see where all the planets are right now. So I already knew Mars was in Aries, and I already knew the sun was in Leo, and the moon is entered into Sagittarius. So I am just abuzz with all my planets, and I'm having a lunar return right now. And yeah, it's important to know your chart. I've been trying to figure out a way where I can, because people have been asking if I could do their charts like I do the moon charts. And yeah, I've been toying with that a little bit. So that might be something I'm going to be offering soon. I promised Elsa over in the Silver Cord. She's the one who makes all this wicked cool jewelry. I mean, you can talk to her about getting stuff special made. I don't know if she'll make any of you guys this. You're going to have to be in the court if you want something like this. And this wasn't cheap. These are all real crystals. This is my planetary. I thought it was so funny because I did a test the other day. It said I was a cosmic witch too. You should always be having fun with yourself. But it starts with the sun here. And it goes through all the planets. There's the Earth. There's the moon. In between each is a chakra crystal and one that matches the chakras. So this is definitely my favorite good juju energy bracelet. So it's important to know your chart because that way when you're struggling with something, you can look and see what planets are where and what energies are affecting you, and then what areas you need to work on to adjust the energy so that you flow easier. All right, you guys ready for your cards this morning? All right. On the shadow sides, what are we working on this morning? We've got the Triumph of Lies. Morning, love. And we've got Calling the Storm today, which is actually a pretty pleasant card. Now, Triumph of Lies. This is you're something like you're lying to yourself about something, and you're deluding yourself, and like you just think if I just keep lying to myself long enough, I'm gonna make it true. It's not really coming true, is it? You keep trying, but in the end, you realize that it's kind of lies that are running the show. And this one I like. This is called Calling the Storm, and it even looks like the Sagittarius, doesn't it? Got the archer there. Now this card, and for my thunder babies out there, the ones that like thunderstorms like me, it's not the power of the storm coming in that makes you love a thunderstorm so much. It's what it stirs up in you when you hear that thunder. Some people get terrified of it. Other people, when you hear that rumble, you get that shiver. It feels really good. That's that power inside of you. So this card is calling you to call the power up inside of you. So you can turn this triumph of lies into a triumph of over lies. A chance to be honest with yourself. And now, this is our earth magic that we got for today. And it's innocence and childhood. And as always, this is always calling us to who were you before the world got its hands on you and told you what you could and couldn't do and could not achieve? Who were you before trauma happened? Who were you before lies happened? Who were you before heartbreak? All that. Who were you when you were a child? And it also calls for you to get out in nature and see it for the wonder of it is. You see little kids, they're all lit up. They're in those little angel footprints, and they're all just enamored and pointing up at the sky. And oh, look how pretty it is. It's like my daughter, whenever we go for walks, she loves me to take the sunset pictures and stuff like that and send them to her on her phone so that she can use them as her background and whatnot. And I love it. We should always strive to, we should always strive to continue to see the magic in the world, and the easiest place to find magic in the world is out in nature. And and the most important messages I think anybody will get in their lives will be from a child. I mean, that's just it. You want to get a new, fresh perspective on the world? Talk to a 5-year-old. Don't talk to a 12-year-old. My son is 12. His voice just dropped 3 octaves, and he's got a giant pimple on his forehead. And I'm like, I cannot handle this at all. He's not fun at the moment. He's trying, though. I used you yesterday. But since I got somebody in here, I'm actually... Which deck should we use? The star, the skull, or the heart? Give it a second for the messages to come in. 3, 2, 1. Heart. I'm going to go with heart because you got hearts in your messages there. Ha ha ha. Look at that. I said it before it even popped up in there. It took too long. But I still felt you say heart. Oh, man. I even trip myself out sometimes. Love it. So... Yep, the focus energy is triumph over lies. Where are we deluding ourselves about a situation or a person? Or where are we lying to ourselves about something within ourselves? Amen. I am going to have to get me some tea. And just... not wait till the 8th and just stop this nonsense with the cigarettes. Like I said, lying to yourself. That's why I'm lying to myself. I keep telling myself it's a sinus thing. No, I got a smoker's cough. I just have to own that now. Triumph of the lie. Got to triumph over the lies. You're lying to yourself. It's a smoker's cough. Quit smoking, lady. The universe has a funny way of being very blunt with me, actually. I don't know about you guys. Thank you. I thought that was cool. I was talking to somebody else about that too. That happens to some of my friends too. It's like whenever I'm talking to somebody, I have a bad habit of typing what they're about to say right before they say it. Whew. All right. So what do we got going on? Got the King of Pentacles here. I love this deck. This is a very feminine deck, actually, if you were interested, because all the major arcana, all the major suits are, the royals are female. But this is King of Pentacles. This is taking control over your earthly surroundings. This is taking control of your pentacles. This is taking care of yourself with this one. 7 of Cups. Options are all around you. You guys have no idea how many options the universe is trying to hand you. There's cups everywhere, and it's going, here, try this one, try this one, try this one. Now, of course, you want to be discerning. This can also represent I've called it the player card, but in this deck, it's more that white innocent dragon there. You do have options. The universe is trying to help you find other options, and it's like, but you need to pick a cup. If this is multiple people that you're toying around with, pick a cup. If this is multiple career paths you want to take, pick a cup. It's time to pick a cup. It's time to get out of this Ten of Swords, looking back, focusing on what went wrong in the past and what could possibly go wrong in the future, and casting those negative, timelines forward. You don't want to do that. You don't want to keep looking back at what failed. It's time to look at all the opportunities in front of you and move forward. Four of Swords. So in this deck, this says recuperate. So, but in this deck, it's fallen from heaven. So this is, take your time to really sit and think about what you want, but pay attention to the messages coming in. When you stumble across a synchronicity or a feather on the ground, depending on, and remember, all the feathers have different colors mean different things. Read your signs. Read your signs. The universe is giving you messages. Wherever your mind is, when you notice 1111, and that's a big mistake people do. That's a big mistake people do. Like 143, for sure, for me, is the I love you code. When I see that, I think, someone who's in the 143 is thinking of me and sending me love, right? I don't attach it to a certain person. A lot of people see like 1111 or 444, whatever. And then instead of actually thinking about what and who you were thinking of when you saw the synchronicity, you see the synchronicity and you totally wipe what you were thinking and assign it to a certain person. It's not how synchronicities work. You got to think about who and what situation you're thinking of when you see the synchronicities in order to put it together what they mean. Okay? Eight of Swords. It is time to take the blindfolds off, guys. It is time to pull the hood back, and it is time to actually open your eyes to see where you're going, because you are headed towards the 10 of Cups, the ultimate fulfilled life. You're heading towards it. You just gotta, like I said, triumph over the lies, triumph over the deluding yourself. A lot of us put a lot of effort into the superficial things in life, and we're missing the aspects of what truly can make you happy, what truly brings you love. You could live in a mansion with, millions of dollars and think you have everything you want and still be horribly lonely and everything else, because you're not doing what you love. You're not spending enough time for yourself, and you're not really connecting with those around you. It's all just robotic, in the motion. Nothing's really happening. Take the blindfolds off. Pick a cup. Follow your synchronicities. Stop looking back at the past failures. Let all that go. Even the last card, and this is the only one that came out reversed, is the Six of Cups reversed. You can't move forward bitter about the past. You guys got to let it go. That's it. There's nothing else you could do. Release the past. It's a sign and a meaning. You don't have to. People think this forgiveness thing, it's not about forgiving them. This has nothing to do with them. That has everything to do with you. You have to sit down and recognize how you put yourself in those situations and cycles. And then you have to forgive yourself for putting yourself in those situations with those people and allowing them to hurt you. And it sucks, and I know. And even if your traumas came from when you were a little kid, it's such a hard one. It's a hard one to let go of, and they are monsters out in this world. And even not even monsters, like, all right, I'm going to let my Jerry show a little bit here for you guys and give you a little bit of juice. My kid's dad called me yesterday and told me that he is going to marry my second husband's baby sister. They've been dating, maybe a year and a month. They got together last summer, and they just decided this week. I mean, I guess she figured she's been engaged 3 times. She doesn't want to go through the engagement. Getting engaged ruins her relationship, so they're just going to skip that part and go right to the marriage part. But she's a monster. She's going to be a step monster. I know it. She's shit with kids. I told him that when he first started seeing it. I was like, she's kind of shit with kids, right? And he was like, oh, da-da-da-da-da. It's an open relationship, and we're good, and blah, 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 blah. Well, I can only do so much. The world's going to get their hands on them too. And, she's going to say horrible, hurtful things to my children. And there's going to be core wounds that they're going to have to heal when they're older. And we all had step monsters, and we all had mean siblings, and we all had first heartbreaks, and we all had all those core wounds from when we were younger. But you got to let all that go. Especially if it's something that's constantly coming up and causing you to be depressed. You got to let all that stuff go. Release the past completely, especially if you're looking to make big changes in your life. You have to release the past completely. Release all that past pain. Like I said, journaling's a good way to do it. You can write a letter and then light it on fire. I'm a fire witch, so that's one of my favorite things to do. Exes, burn their pictures. If you can't see now, I've never really had that problem. I mean, like, anybody I've ever fallen in love with in my life, I still love. I'm not mad at them about nothing. If I hear a song that reminds me of them, it makes me happy. I remember being happy with them. I mean, I've never really had that problem of, being jaded by exes. I mean, my kid's dad, even him. The only time he triggers it is when we're fighting. And then it reminds me of that old toxic cycle. But I figured out how to just detach from his bullshit completely. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I used to fly off the handle when I'd hear stupid things where he was like, he's paying $800 a month for a car, but he won't pay child support and stuff like that. And I used to send me off the rails all the time. And it would do nothing. It would cause big fights and everything else. And now it's like whenever he gets a new car, I'm like, that's nice. How long are you going to hold on to it this time before you lose it? I don't say that to him anymore, but that's where I put it in my mind. I'm like, what? Stop being mad that he got a new car. We ain't going to hold on to it. The same shit show that, I was dealing with when I was with him. I always hope that he will break his cycles. And I think about that with all my exes. I always hope that they'll break their own cycles. I send them love, and I choose not to be angry about it. I told you guys, anger is shit frequency to be in, and a lot of people are in it right now. And it's time to change that. Nobody wants to be in these angry frequencies. That's not New Earth energy. It's not New Earth energy. New Earth energy is love, man. It's the 143. It's finding your soul tribe. It's doing real things, not superficial things. It's doing things that light you up and spark you up and inspire you and, teach you positive lessons. Aren't we done with the, I have to go through hard times? I don't know about you guys, but I've been through enough hard times. I'm done with that. I'm ready to learn what happiness brings. All right, so for this specific issue, let's see what we got. Okay, hold on, these aren't in reverse. I'm just holding my deck upside down. Another card that fell out there. Whew. I don't know. I don't know if it's because all my planets are lined up right now. I was saying at the beginning of the video, I got the lunar return with Sagittarius. The sun is in my rising sign, and Mars is in my sun sign, which is Aries. So it is at home there. I'm just lit up. Apparently, the universe told me it was cool to have my dreams back. So that's been trippy the last few nights. It's been fun, though. It's been fun. I guess I finished off the areas of spirit work that I needed to do that was making me super uncomfortable. Just in time for my lunar return. So they're like, well, the moon is out. We're going to go ahead and let you have some fun and adventures on your own. So it's time to make some changes. I always say the Seven of Pentacles, failure. This is dwelling on failure. I keep telling you guys, there's no such thing as failure. Did you try? Did you genuinely try your best? Did you figure out where you went wrong and figure out what you could maybe possibly change up and switch around and learn better the next time? And like I said, when I first started making glass, I thought I was going to be able to sell it online. It was going to be great. And then I realized how much the packing and shipping and cost. And I was like, it's hard to ship glass. So I don't sell it online anymore. I sell it at the store, but I didn't look at that as a failure. It's not a failure. You learned something from, did you try and did you try your best? And if you did, okay, what did you learn? What do you know to do better next time? Even when it comes to a relationship, were you too clingy right away? Or were you too distant right away? Did you make it too difficult for the person to get through your walls? And pinpoint those areas and then figure out how you want to switch your energy so that you can break that cycle so that it doesn't happen again. A lot of times we focus so much on the other person being the problem, and sometimes we're the problem. Devil energy. Let it go. Let it go. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all. Whoo. I don't think it's you, darling, but some of these chicks out here crazy with dudes. Oh my Lord. Well, I got a few lunatics on my pages too, but let it go. Let it go. If it wasn't for you, it wasn't for you. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let go of these toxic connections. Cut the cords. This is also addiction. This is, why are you addicted? You got to figure out what drives you to do it. What is driving you to numb yourself? Because there's always something under the surface. It's never just the physical addiction that you're addicted to. There's a reason you started and a reason. And until you figure out that reason, you're always going to be in danger of a relapse again. Okay? So it's time to really take that inner work. That's where the Four of Swords, listening to your guides, even here, the Hierophant. It's time to really seek out the truth of why it is you are either connected to a past toxic person, or you are not even so much that you're connected to a past toxic person. You are trying to find the words. You are toxically connected to a past person. Some of you out there are toxically connected to a past person. And you are so desperately trying so hard to pull this person back to you, and they're not coming, and it's causing discomfort. And that can lead to the addiction thing too. That could be what you're addicted to. You know, got to figure out why. Got to sit with yourself and find some inner peace and figure out why you have it. Why are you addicted to that person or that substance? You got to figure it out, because until you do, this Chariot is going to be reversed, because you are procrastinating, because you're so clung on to the past. All right, so time to put it all together. Start from the beginning. We'll give a full recap for everybody. One more time, just so that everybody gets the messages solid and clear. What we are talking about today is triumph of lies. There is lies. You are lying to yourself about something. You are deluding yourself in a situation, and you are refusing to see the lies around you too. Or someone is lying to you, and you know it. And a lot of us are clairsentient, man. You guys can just feel the uneasiness of the whole situation. You're lying to yourself about it. Time to call in your own power. Draw your bow back and start setting aim at what it is you actually want. In a sense, it always comes back to that. Who were you before the world got its hands on you, and finding a way to fall in love with the world again. Because a lot of you cannot move forward because you are so set on this I hate humanity thing right now. And, you're just like, I just want to be my higher dimensional 12th self and blah, blah, blah. And I just want to stay in the 5D all the time. And I want to be my 5D self. And I'm sick of my body. And I'm sick of people. And I'm sick of all this stuff. And I don't want to be here. Well, guess what? Your 5D self wanted to be here. They're looking at you going, you said, we decided that we wanted to come here and do this. You said you liked her. You said you loved it here, and you did. When you were little, before the world got its hands on you, the world was full of magic and wonder. King of Pentacles. Own your throne. Be in control of your world, whether you own your world or not. You should be in control of your energy, especially when it comes to the 3D. We all got to stop working so much in the 5D. When you are conscious and awake, you need to work in the 3D. You need to learn how to control your emotions and this is Earth. So this is really your body. When you are stressed out, you need to stop, center, breathe, slow your heart down, slow your breathing down, and control this thing. This is definitely yours to control and do with what you want. Don't belong to anybody else but you. So when someone is stressing you out, you need to control it. You need to slow down, slow your breathing down, slow your heart rate down, because if you're not doing that, you're letting yourself get into a fight or flight reflex, and that's how people get hurt. You either run for the hills or you turn around and you pop them in the face. There's only two modes. I'm not really a flight person. I am a fight person. So I'm just pretty much, I not physically, I don't physically hit people, but yeah, I have a cramp. But you have to learn that you can't just headbutt everybody who says something you don't like and flip out. You need to center, breathe, and slow it all down. You are in control of this. And when you are in control of this, you are in control of all your energy around you. You would be amazed what you can accomplish. 7 of Cups. You have so many options. It's time to kind of pick one, though. Settle down. Stop looking for new while you're clinging to the past. Stop all that weird nonsense. It's time to pick a cup and figure out what direction you're going into. Don't stop looking back at the past and being mad at what didn't work out and what did work out. Just let that go. follow, recuperate, get back control of your mind. This is part of the earth physical, your brain, all those little notches and stuff. That's all earth too. You know, you use it as an antenna to pick up other things, but that's still yours to control. And you need to get control of it and then pay attention to the signs. See, it says fallen from heaven here. Pay attention to the signs that your guides are trying to give you, because your guides want you to get to your 10 of cups. They want you to have the ultimate happiness. That's what you came here to try to achieve. That is the end goal. The end goal of coming here is not to find a twin flame or to get the perfect whatever mansion and blah, 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 and all that superficial. That's not what you came here for. You came here for that genuine fulfillment. That genuine fulfillment on all levels, where you are happy on all levels with everything that you have in your life. And you start that process by giving gratitude to what you have in your life and taking the blindfold off and stepping out of that circle of swords and realizing you have never been trapped. You have never been trapped. There's always been endless possibility around you. It's just at some point, lies triumphed over your childhood innocence, and you forgot how to call that storm of energy that you have within you. All right? Time to make a change. Time to file away those past failures. You know, the Seven of Pentacles is also about working on skills. So this is if you've been working on new skills, you weren't a failure, you learned something important, and believe it or not, even if you didn't master that one skill, that skill probably will be used some point else in the future. You're going to have that skill, even though you're not the best at it, but you'll be able to use it for something else. All right? Let go of the toxic connections. Let go of the toxic behaviors. Let go of this. This is self-sabotaging yourself. The devil does not control you. You control you. You control you. Control you by taking time to sit down and really find out why you hold on to old toxic connections, why people hold on to people who don't want them and give you no reason to think that you want them. Why are you holding on to that? Why are you so desperate for it? Why don't you want you? You need to sit down and ask yourself those hard questions, because that is the stuff that is holding you back. And this card slipped out onto the bottom, but this was the Six of Cups reverse. This is a lot of what's holding everybody back is really just you're stuck on the past, or you're stuck on something you've been stuck on for a year. You know, at what point is enough enough? That was my message yesterday too, right? How long is long enough? How long are the excuses? You know, you don't want to be in that kind of energy forever. It's time for all of us to move past this. All right. On magic card. What magic can we focus on today, huh? For real, these are my new favorite cards. That is way too many. Slow your roll. Ooh. Dun dun. As always, I love it when the cards confirm a message. So we've got the sun again this morning. The sun is kind of self-centered. It's in its sign of Leo. So it is all like, I bring love in abundance to you. Sit out in the sunshine and soak me up. So yes, definitely focus on, ooh, that is a good message. Focus on what is really the center of your universe. What is really the center of your universe? Like for me, like I said, I do all this because I like to be on call for my kids. I don't ever want anybody else. I like to be able to be there. If they call, I'm running. I'm dropping it all, guys. My kids call me, I will jump off a live. I will jump out of a reading. I will refund you your money, and I will go to them. Those are the actual center of my universe. And I will go to the ends of the earth and do everything in my power. Is why I'm quitting smoking. It is why I got healthy. I was tired of not being able to play with my kids. What is the center of your universe that really is going to get you to want to make those changes of what is most important? And we got the earth energy. Ask the element of earth for grounding, stability, strength in times of chaos. That's exactly what I was talking about too. When you find yourself into a chaotic situation, understand that, yeah, that's what using your earth energy, that it's controlling this thing that you've been placed into. When you find yourself in a moment of chaos, you need to really take a second before you react and stop and take just a mental note. And this is something they also teach in yoga. Take a mental note of what every cell in your body is doing. What every cell is doing is telling you something. It's going to help you ground, okay? You want to take a second and go, okay, start, because your nose and your mouth is here. Am I breathing fast? Yes. Okay. I need to slow my breathing down. Is my heart beating fast? Yeah. Okay. So I'm slowing my breathing down. This is going to slow my heart down. Okay. What does my gut say? My gut's telling me something too. When you listen to all of that and you rein it in and gain some control, and then you can go back to your brain and be like, okay, brain, now that I've got all this centered out and can actually think, how can we handle this situation in a way that does not cause more chaos? All right, guys, those are your messages for the morning. I love you so much. Shout out to my 143 Soul Tribe. As always, like, share, subscribe if you did enjoy this. Readings are below, all that jazz. Remember, if you can't afford a full reading, if you are willing to let me share your messages on here with other people, you can donate to the Silver Cord, depending on how much you donate, will depend on how long I'll go with it. Or, well, I say that, but I'll end up just doing the messages as they come in. But that is an option for you guys. And, yeah. Blessed be all those who walk these paths with me. I love y'all. You'll have a beautiful day, okay?